All right, so we got Miami versus Boston, game 1, and then we got Denver and LA, game 7. At the top, 8,700, we got Jamal Murray. He's in play today, but the way that Joker's usage has been, see, Murray only took 13 shots last game. Joker's usage is through the roof right now, so if I was going to anybody on Denver, I'd prefer Jokic. But he is in play, though. He is in play for tournaments, especially. Kemba Walker against Miami. I mean, they're a tough defense, but he got shut out a little bit last round. So people might be off of him, but he's taking a lot of shots. He's just not making them. So Kemba Walker at 7,700 is definitely in play today. Dragic, he's been playing really well. Pretty consistent. Just lately, he's been kind of dying down a little bit, but the upside is still there at 7,300, so Dragic is in play as well. Marcus Smart, he's one of my core plays today. Marcus Smart, I like him a lot today. He's been playing with a lot more usage, and at 6,900, he has to get you about 34, 35-ish, so he's pretty much hitting value there, especially recently with his usage going up. And then he even shows you a ceiling of 60, so that shows you right there that could win you a tournament if he goes off fully. So he's definitely in play for me today. And then towards the bottom, I really wouldn't. Lou hasn't been playing like six-man Lou that we know. And Patrick Beverly, he's in play, but it's kind of like. Well, the last game he actually fouled out, so he's gonna get you the minutes. So actually, Patrick Beverly is in play. But as for like a dart throw, somebody who's not really getting many minutes but can get some minutes is Kendrick Nunn. Last game in Milwaukee, they decided they were gonna give him a little bit more run. He only got 14 DK points, but at 3,200, he really only needs like 15, 16. So that's about right. But I don't know if that was because of any reason that he got more minutes, or was that just them wanting to get him in the rotation. So depending on if he's going to get the 20 minutes or so, then he's in play. But I wouldn't go there. That's more like a tournament. And yeah, the low guys, no. I would pretty much stick from Marcus Smart all the way up to Murray. But as for shooting guard, so let's go point guard. Point guard, I'll go with Smart. Let's go Smart. And then shooting guard, at the top we got Jamal Murray, 8,700. We talked about him already. Under him at 8,600, which is one of my favorite plays of the day, Paul George. He's been playing like absolutely great the last 2 games, and he's showing you that now he's getting into his groove and playoff Paul George. So I believe that Paul George is a great play today. And he's the one that I'm pretty much going to be going with at shooting guard today. Right under him is Jimmy Butler. Butler's been playing pretty good, but he's a little up and down. He's had a 53 at 30, 49, 28, and a 40. So he's a little bit up and down. And then to see that he only took 6 shots last game, that's kind of concerning as well. In a close game at that. So personally, I wouldn't go Butler today, but he's going to be a good tournament option because not too many people are going to go with him, because a lot of people were going to go Paul George or Jaylen Brown for the savings. So back to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is definitely in play to me. He's been playing really, really well lately. At 41, 60, and 40, he's well hitting value, and he showed you his ceiling. So it's pretty much him and Tatum just doing everything for this team. So him, Tatum, and Smart now. So I'd rather go Jaylen Brown over Tatum for the savings. And down here at shooting guard, they got some pretty good value plays down here at shooting guard. I like a lot of these guys. Tyler Hero, to me, he's a pretty good play. He's been playing a lot more minutes lately. Instead of his 29 or 31 minutes, he's been getting that 37, 33. So he's a little more in play as well. And he just seems more comfortable lately. Like, he's been getting in his groove. Same thing with Gary Harris at 46. He's a great value play to me. He's been getting crazy minutes, 42 minutes. He's been playing a lot of minutes, so he should be able to get you there on just minutes alone, because the way he fills up the stat sheets for steals and defensive purposes. So we also have Duncan Robinson right below him at 4,500. Duncan Robinson is gonna get you his 30 minutes or so. He's pretty up and down depending on if his threes are falling. But at 4,500, they're gonna need his scoring against Boston, so he's in play as well. Torrey Craig gets the minutes. I mean, 23, 25, and 18. He's not very good at fantasy producing per minute, but he's doing okay. He's not really gonna kill you unless he just duds fully. He is a tournament play as well. I wouldn't go there, but it's a tournament play. I like Hero and Harris here at the low ones, and I like PG and Jaylen Brown. Now let's go PG, and then let's go small forward. Let's go to Kawhi Leonard. He's been getting great fantasy production, which is Kawhi Leonard normally. He's doing good, but for me personally, at 10K, I'd rather go with Jokic, because he has a lot more of usage because he has less guys to give it to on his team, where Kawhi has a little bit more supporting cast. So I'd rather go with Jokic, but Kawhi would be good for tournaments because a lot of people are going to be on Paul George for the savings. So Kawhi's in play for tournaments. Jason Tatum as well in play, definitely in play for tournaments. His upside is almost 70 points, so he's definitely in play. He needs to get about 47-ish to get you there. He needs at least 50 for value, so because he's definitely in play. If you have the money, Jason Tatum is a good tournament play. We talked about Jimmy Butler. He's a good tournament play because not too many people are going to be able to get to him. But me personally, I'd go Jaylen Brown or Tatum in this scenario right here. I'd rather go one of them two. As for Michael Porter Jr., he's getting some minutes, and he's shown you upside in short amount of minutes before, so you could definitely go with him in a tournament, knowing that it's a game 7 and they're gonna need scoring. But the question is, it depends how the coach reacts to the way that he went on and talked to the reporters and said that the coach relies too much on Jamal Murray and Jokic. So the coach may feel some type of way and actually not draw too many plays for him. But I guess last game he still got 27 minutes, so he's playing, so he's in play. And then Marcus Morris, he's a little up and down, and he hasn't really showed any upside at 5K. He needs at least 25, and he's only got that one time in the last 5 games. So he's kind of he's in play, but he's a risky option. For tournaments, he's in play. Grant, he gets the minutes, but he hasn't been playing very well lately. He's so they use him so much for defensive purposes that the offense is literally going through Murray, Porter Jr. and Jokic. If and Millsap as well. If Millsap's filling himself that game. Duncan Robinson, we talked about him. He's okay, has a value. Iggy is in play at 37. He's only supposed to get 17, so he's definitely in play because they're going to need him against Boston for defense. So if Robinson's not playing too well, then maybe Iggy might take some of his minutes. Because you got to think about it too. Robinson has Marcus Smart on him, so Iggy looks like he's in play as well for tournaments. And going down here, Shamet. We talked to Corey Craig. Shamet has not been producing. He's getting some minutes, so if you want a little tournament dart throw, Shamet. Grant Williams, no. He's not getting enough minutes, nor is he taking enough shots. So here at small forward, I will go with... Let's go Jaylen Brown. And then... So I got 5,300 left per player. Power forward. At the top, 9,700, Jason Tatum. We already talked about him. He's definitely in play. Crowder. Crowder seems to me like a very safe cash game play option. He shoots literally only threes, so I mean he can get you there, but he has to fill the stat sheet other ways, and he's definitely capable of doing it because they're gonna need some scoring, like I said, against Miami, and with Robinson being kind of shadowed by Smart, I believe that he'll get extra threes, Crowder. So if you want to go there, he's okay. And Theis, he's been playing really good lately, actually. I mean, the last game he didn't show it because he only played a little bit of minutes, but prior to those 2 games, he's been playing pretty good lately. But personally, I'd rather go with Crowder for $100 more. Porter Jr., we talked about him. He's in play, but like I said, Crowder's the better player of the two in my eyes. And Marcus Morris as well, same thing. Grant, no. Millsap is in play. If he's going to get you the 29 minutes, he's definitely in play. But even at 21 minutes, he can still get you there. Millsap is in play definitely for tournaments. Olynyk as well. I think I might go Olynyk here. Yeah, Olynyk looks like he's not getting a lot of minutes, but he was easing his way back in, so he's actually looks like a pretty good value to me. So I'm going to go Olynyk there. And as well as JaMychal Green. I forgot to say JaMychal Green because the first guy off the bench in the last game was JaMychal Green. It wasn't Montrezl Harrell. So JaMychal Green can be used getting some like little extended run, as in like 20 minutes or so. So if he can keep that up, he's definitely in play at 3,400 for tournaments. But I'm going Olynyk. And then at center, I'm pretty much set on Jokic. Like he's been playing great lately, just ridiculous. And so I'm pretty much set on him, and his usage is through the roof. Like I just don't even want to look down the center. But okay, we'll go down Bam. Okay, Bam is pretty much in play, definitely in play for tournaments because they're going to need him a lot to do here. But Boston has a really good defense. So let's see how Theis can hold Adebayo. We talked about Theis already. Adebayo is in play, though, for me. Zubac, he is definitely in play after he stole that starting role in the last couple games at 30 minutes each game. So he's definitely in play for me. But he just has to get some shots going down. So I like Zubac. I like Zubac today. Because Harrell can't guard Jokic, or JaMychal Green can't guard him, so they're going to need Zubac's size. Speaking of Harrell, we talked about separating. Harrell, he's just not getting the minutes because he's not playing the way he has been, and JaMychal Green is taking his minutes, so I think I might go Green on my other forward slot. So I'm going to go Jokic at the top. Then we're going to go here at guard, and we basically talked on every single guy here. I like Hero and Harris. So depending on what fits better for your guys' lineup, that would be the best way to go to me for value. And the safest route would be Dragic and these top guys right here. These top guys would be a little safer options than down here, but these value options are really good. I'd go Hero and then Green and Hero. No, let's go Harris then. Let's check what that gives me. Okay, and then that gives me enough for Zubac. So I like this lineup right here. This is more or less what I'm going to be going with in my other lineups. I hope you like it. Leave a like down below. And be back tomorrow for the next video.